Welcome. This video is about a modification I made to the Orion Cooker where you can fire the bottom part with propane. I still use charcoal for the top. So basically nothing blows up or anything in this video, so if you're looking for that, wrong place. I started with some soft copper tube. It was fairly expensive, but I figured what the hell. I took a Venturi assembly from an old gas grill. I had to buy a brass fitting. I used a propane hose from an existing burner that I already had, so that's now used both places. I sort of got the soft copper wired in there temporarily. I got to figure out a better way to do that. I also bought some fire block compound, and that I used to connect the soft copper tube with the Venturi assembly that I got from that gas grill. I also had to use a tap and die set that I already had for both the brass fitting as well as I guess to connect to the cast Venturi thing that I got from that gas grill. And I bought some extra small drill bits because they tend to break. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you that you should do this. I'm just telling you what I did. If you want to try something like it, may be fine, but I gotta put the obligatory watch out if you're trying to do this, because it is fire and stuff. So what I did is I just tried to calculate about how many open holes, like the surface area of the things, and I drilled like 100 and something holes. About that far apart. I don't remember how far apart it was. Unfortunately, I didn't really get a lot of this down on the day I did it. But this is the general technique I used. Punching these holes and then going, drilling this out like this. Then you got to get the copper tube in there, so you got to remove the legs of the Orion and turn it over. And the hardest part about this, it turns out, was bending the copper tube into the perfect circle. If it's not a perfect circle, it is not equidistant all the way around, which you really want, I think, because you got to get that surface really hot so that the wood chips that are adjacent to the surface will smoke good. And I've tried this, and it does work. So you add the circular copper tube through that ash removal door. Just leave that off. So here it is assembled, even with up to the point of the coat hanger wire, and you can see that I've got those holes drilled in there. And here's a little soup can thing. I just wanted to support it. It actually stays without the soup can, but I wanted something a little bit more sturdy so that it wouldn't wobble around too much. And the little brass fitting I found is the bright brass one there. And then the tube was from that other gas grill that I have. And so here I'm lighting it up, and I was going to cut this part out, with that whoosh. I had it turned on full blast, which wasn't the smartest thing in the world to do, obviously. Turns out that you really don't need much gas coming out of there compared to what I thought. And you can see a little orange there, but it's when it's at this level, the far end of this tube stays pretty blue, and the near end is more orange if you have it up pretty high. If it's low, it tends to burn. It's sort of hard to see in this one because the sun is too bright of a shot. But if it's on low, it does pretty good blue wise. If it's on real low, it does fine. So there you have it. The modification. I've got a cooking video that I'm going to put up shortly. How to cook a Boston butt, and you need that if you do a long cook. So I hope you enjoyed it.